Welcome back to Queen the Greatest, a journey through some of Queen's most extraordinary songs, performances and achievements. This week we celebrate what is perhaps one of Queen's simplest recordings, but without question one of their most remarkable hits, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. By 1979, and after 7 albums, the band felt that in order to stay fresh and feel challenged, it was time to change the way they approached their studio recordings.
We'd heard that there was this great studio called Musicland in Munich, and we heard that there's this great engineer called Mac, and we got into this rather kind of indulgent way of just bowling into the studio with no ideas, or very few ideas, and just doing it from scratch. You know, what you got? Well, I don't know, I've got this.
The first thing we did was Crazy Little Thing, and Fred did write the song in the bath in about 10 minutes.
It's Freddie's tribute to Elvis in a way. He was very fond of Elvis and of Cliff, I have to say, also. Freddie wrote it very quickly and rushed in and put it down with the boys. By the time I got there, it was almost done. And I think the sounds that Mac managed to get, these very elemental, very real sounds, ambient sounds in the studio, had a big contribution to make. It does sound very authentic. Everything about it is sort of like original rock and roll sounding. That was the first #1 across the board in America. Billboard, Cashbox and Record World, I think.
We were still making the record. We hadn't even nearly finished the album. And we were going out in Munich, and somebody came up and said, "Oh, it's gone to #1 in America." And I was going, yeah, more drinks.
As well as topping the US charts, the song also held the top spot in Australia for a staggering 7 weeks and reached #2 in the UK. Freddie often jokingly referred to the simplicity of the song being due to the fact he only knew how to play 3 chords. And while he played the acoustic guitar on the studio recording, Brian switched his famous Red Special for a Fender guitar to secure that authentic rockabilly style. As well as being a smash hit on the charts, it also became a raucous staple of the live show, not least because it gave the band an opportunity to let loose. A sentiment shared by every crowd and evident here in this rare clip from the Friday concert at Wembley Stadium in 1986.
Thank you. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise playing in the you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we